Alright guys, I'm back again. It's the next morning and I figured we'd get an early start and start the disassembly of this thing. So here we go. Didn't get far into the disassembly before we hit a snag. This bolt was not bad, that bolt was not too bad. This bolt, you can see right in there, is proving to be very stuck. And that is what holds this top case on, and I'm assuming that is what's going to hold this motor in place. So I have to get some different tools and I'll catch right back up with you. Okay, back here, these bolts ended up coming out fine. This one did not. So I could not find the right Allen wrench and T-handle. So I found a little adapter and one of these guys. So try to slide this out of it as best I can. Get that down in there. This does not want to stay on there at all. Let's see. Make sure it's in there all the way. Okay. Now, grab a ratchet. Like I said, man, this thing's in there tight. So. Here. Boots are pretty crusty. At least around the edges. Not really wanting to cooperate much. Okay, so for future reference, this one right here goes up to right there. This one here goes there, and this one goes to that. If you don't take a video, it's always harder to put back together later, right? So, let's see what size these look like. 1/2 inch. Something like that. Put it around 1/2 inch. No, it's gonna be smaller. 1/2 inch. terminals are actually in pretty good shape. Guess those grommets did their job, huh? Okay. So now the goal is to take this off with that. Take that off as one piece. One piece gone. So now we're down to the bones of this thing. It's looking like this has a gasket on here. So let's see here. 11. Yeah. Oh no. This came off with brushes rather than. You know what? It's actually not a terrible thing. Smells still good. Smells strong. Brushes look good. Let me see if I can get this off of here without. Gotta separate those brushes here. Not too worried about that. Bearing looks great in there. Everything looks really, really good actually. Probably could have just cleaned this thing up and smacked it together, but you know, it's not the way we do it. So let's see here. Alright, just looked at the parts diagram, had to make sure that it definitely comes apart like this, which does. So, try to see how we can get this thing off here. I don't want to break it or anything like that, but I know this is the way it comes off, so. Just trying to see if there's any kind of gap, so you can get any kind of pry in there at all. I don't think there is. I think it's just going to take brute strength. There we go. Finally breaking loose here. Wow. It's got a good seal. Nothing better than OEM, I guess, right? Okay, shim just popped out. That was up against in between here and that wall. The shim in between. So that actually looks pretty good there. Looks like it's been pretty thoroughly greased. I might even reuse this gasket, honestly. It is very well sealed. Okay. lube in here, but not really sure how much it's supposed to be in here. So that's always, you know. Okay, now I gotta figure out how far down I want to disassemble this thing. I assume. Keep track of your parts, Tanner. Keep track of your parts. So that shim rides on the slot that slides into. So honestly, I think all these bearings, not bearings, I think all these gears inside of here look so good that it's not really worth me tearing those apart. This brake, I will most likely, I'll pull this apart. This is the catcher of the brake. Has a Zerk fitting on it. Looks pretty good. And it's catching great. So, trying to see what kind of gear lube we got down in there. Let me use this little, let me grab something real quick for it so we can check it out. Something clear. Just grab a quick cup. See what we can get out of this thing here. Pretty dirty. Okay. So actually, you know what? That gear. Whoops. Dripping a little bit, but this gear right here is supposed to come out of there. So, let's see if I can grab it. Looks like this gear was supposed to stay on top. But I can't even tell you what that smells like. It's a thick orange fluid. Very thick orange fluid. Let's set this down over here and grab this little gear. And so the motor slides into that. And then when you free spool, okay, so that gear that I just pulled out of there is, oh, I'm sorry about that, let me get that down here. So that motor, it slides in, or the motor slides into this gear that I just pulled out. So when you free spool, in reality, what it does, it just pulls the gear off the motor. So that is the free spool of this one. Look at that, guys. I mean, that just does not look yummy, healthy, whatever. But as for the rest of it, I think it looks pretty good. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got the big, I guess that'd be a planetary, something like that. That goes in to this main seal right here. There's a little shim inside that holds that guy in place, right there. So that holds it center, and the shim pops down in one of these little slits and holds it in place. So it's actually pretty simple, but I guess that's why it lasts so long. This is held in place by a C-clip and I guess snap ring, and that's pretty ingenious how they did that. It just pops right off. When you pull it, the motor goes in here. When you pull that, one-handed is hard to do. You get the gist. You pull that, and that pulls it off the motor. So everything looks pretty clean. Everything looks pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna replace any bearings. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna replace any gears. I think the only thing that I might replace will probably the brake. I'll probably take the brake completely apart, disassemble that, see what it looks like. I would assume the braking material is gonna be gross. So I need to get that ordered, and I need to get the side cover for the other side of the spool that mounts it. I guess the mounting portion of the spool. So I need to get those two things ordered. I want to double check on these brushes in this motor, and like I said, they look good. So as long as that looks good again, then I'm just gonna clean this thing up, polish it, get those new parts on order, and see what we got here. All right, guys, so this is gonna be part 2. There will be a part 3. I don't know if it'll be in the next couple days because I want to get sanding and stuff. You know, it probably might be in the next couple days. So, all right, guys, thanks.